Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Leone Goddess, and today we're gonna be cooking Sierra Leone jollof rice. Okay, happy independence if you're a Sierra Leonean, yay! So we're gonna follow 4 steps in cooking this jollof rice. The first step, we're gonna be prepping everything we use, and we're gonna fry the fish. You can see I'm cutting the potato, Irish potato in because I'm gonna boil that and put it in the stew. Okay, we're gonna make the peppers, everything, cut up the bell pepper, blend. So all the prepping has to be done on this first phase. Now we're gonna switch to making the stew. You can see I'm putting in the oil in the pot right now. I didn't have to measure the quantity of oil I'm using. I just go my by what I see. And then we're gonna let the oil heat up a little bit before we put in the onions. We're gonna go ahead and put in our onions in the hot oil. Guys, so far I think this is the longest process in the jollof making making the stew, because that's the most important one, and that that takes the longest too. We're gonna cover the onion up in the pot, let it steam a little, let it go down, because if when it steams, it definitely goes down. So we're gonna let that happen, and you can see the fish is still frying. I'm turning it so it can be nicely done. So if you can see the stew, the onions is steaming up. We're gonna go ahead and open it up, open our pot up, and try to add our seasons. Whatever seasons you guys use, you go ahead and put that. You can see I'm putting the adobe seasoning, and then I think I put some black peppers, white peppers, and season all. And also I had to do shrimp maggi. You know, that's the flavor. I love cooking with shrimp maggi. Some people prefer jumbo, but I prefer shrimp because I feel jumbo is a little bit salty. But whatever works for you guys, just make sure you season that nicely, and then you're gonna mix it up nice and cover it up again and let it cook. Okay, so we're still on step 2. You can, if you already see, I already put the meat in the little bowl. The white bowl standing there has water. That's the water left over from the me steaming the meat. Don't throw it away. We're gonna have to use it later in the rice. I'm going ahead to put the pepper, the blended pepper and onions. And then we're gonna go ahead and put our shrimp. You can see I'm putting my shrimp in, because you want all those to cook, so you gotta put it in with the oil so everything can be fried and nicely cooked. Now we're gonna go ahead and put our tin tomato paste. We dey go put with tomatoes now, you know, get that color going in. Like I said, it's not just about the taste, it also needs to be about the color so it can look attractive. So we're gonna go ahead and put the tin tomatoes. That's what's gonna give it the reddish color, reddish or what, stew color, the reddish color. So we're gonna go ahead and put that. Guys, this is the most important and longest step, making the onion stew, because once this tastes bomb, it sets the foundation for the jollof rice, because you're going to use some of that stew to make the rice, so it sets the foundation for the taste you give into the jollof rice. Okay, so this has to be right. This has to be right. You have to get the stew right. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the bell pepper as well. The bell pepper, the color, it gives the color to the soup, and you want that because it makes it look nice. Because we're not only concerned about the taste, we're also concerned about how it looks. So we're gonna let that sit down and cook because everything is already in there. We're gonna just let that cook, okay? If you can see, I already added my Irish potato in there. It's gonna boil up a little bit more with it. The stew is almost done, guys. We're just gonna let it dry a little because if you can see, it still has a little bit of water in it. So we're just gonna let the water dry up a little. So now we head into basically step 3, which is cooking the jollof rice. So if you watch me, I already switched the pot from the one I was using to fry. That's what we're gonna use to cook the rice. We're gonna dish out a little bit of stew into the pot we're gonna be using to cook the rice because that's what we're gonna use to give the rice more flavor. Because if you just cook the rice by itself, it just looks like regular rice that you'll be eating with cassava leaf. But if it's jollof rice, you want to give it that color, that flavor that goes with the stew as well. I'm already putting in the fish because my stew is basically done. Just to let it dry up a little bit. So now we're gonna go in and put in our rice. I already washed the rice. I'm gonna go in and put it in the stew. And guys, when you cook in the jollof, you have to be mindful of the amount of water you put in there, because like I said, we don't want the rest for poto poto. So we have to be mindful of the amount of water we put in the rice. If you can see, I'm really draining out the water from this rice, the rice water, because I have a couple of water left from the meat, the meat I did. I have water left over from there, and when I washed out the pepper, from blending the pepper, I have extra water left. So that's what I'm gonna add into this. So we don't need any more extra water. So we're gonna go ahead and mix the rice. Guys, we will not be doing a lot of mixing with the rice once everything is in it, because we don't want it to poto poto. Really, you're gonna enjoy your jollof rice if it's singled out and looking nice. If it's all together clustered, you're really not gonna enjoy it. So we're gonna go ahead and add more tomato paste because we want the rice to have color too. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our water. That's all. All the amount of water we need. Nothing more, because we don't want too much water. We're gonna use that little bit of water and steam to cook the rice, because you want the rice to be singled out, looking nice, but also cooked. So let's mix it very well. You can see the color already sitting on top. And then we're gonna let it cook for a little bit. Alright guys, so now if you can see at the far right hand, I'm cutting up some cabbage. Some people use carrots, whatever veggies they like to put in with their rice, but I just prefer cabbage. So you can see me cutting up some. It's just a little bit, and then cut into big chunks. We're gonna put that in the rice. and it's gonna cook with the rice. So you can see me adding that to the rice, and then I'll have to stir it up a little bit. I'm putting a little bit of salt because, like I said, we will not be doing too much stirring with the rice. So I'm putting in a little bit of salt and an extra shrimp Maggi, so the rice can have a flavor on its own. If you decide to eat just the rice, you still enjoy it. Now to the last and final step, we're gonna have to cover the rice up on plastic bags. And guys, this is optional, so optional. If you don't know how to do it, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. But this is what I learned back in Sierra Leone when cooking jollof, cooking the rice. If you want it to steam and not pata pata, you have to put a plastic bag over it. So this allows the steam to stay in the pot, enough steam to stay in the pot to cook the rice. Because if you observe, when you cook rice, even though it's covered up, some of the steam escape go outside the pot. So we put a plastic bag to have all the steam we can to cook the rice, because we're not going to use water to cook the rice. At this point, we already put water a little bit, so we're using steam to make sure the whole rice is cooked in the pot. So this step is optional, but I find it very helpful and it works for me. So the rest now go pata pata. Thank you guys for watching. This is basically the whole video, the whole process of how to make Leone Jollof rice, Sierra Leone Jollof rice. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy your jollof rice. Okay, bye bye, love you all.